back with a line, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy them USB-C earbuds again, so I can, really get y'all some good audio for y'all ear enjoyment. It's been a long time, man, but as y'all know, man, I'm, about 20 plus in now, so it's like I'm trying to slow it up a little bit at the job, with the video. Y'all know I'm doing about what, probably about 5,000 videos alone in this building, especially on the west side. My little thing, my little LCDAONE hood news reporter, my little skit. And I was gonna bring that back, cause I can't bring that back. Now that I got this new tab, I can really do that. But anyway, man, I want to do the live for y'all, man, cause I'm trying to stay consistent. Because as we approach the holiday season, I'm about to get ready to launch back into the hemisphere with the streaming. And I'm about to get my internet service really turned on. So it's like, before this month is over, I should be able to get my internet turned back on. And y'all already know the story on that, man. And I got cut off and all this and that type of shit and everything. And yeah. But anyway, it's going to be back on. And we planning something epic, man. Like, I got my cousin, he's a gamer. Well, we turned him into one. But he was already a gamer, but a streamer. So when Castanet get ready to do his marathon, when GTA 6 come out, my cousin will be ready, to compete. And I think everybody gonna be woken up. I had met this young shorty. He was working at Citgo gas station. I think it was right there off of 290 by the expressway. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Little young white fella, man, he hit and everything. I was like, man, his swag was kind of tight, his charisma. I was like, man, I think he need to rock my production company, man, like straight up and down. He said he was a gamer too. And it's like the mission he was saying that they was doing, like on GTA 5, was like they do like a lot of suicide, blowing each other up and stuff like that, or something like that. He was telling me. But I'm pretty sure a lot of the young shorties know about it. My cousin, I think he know about it, but he do contact missions. That's what he do. So, yeah, but he was telling me that he's game too, but he not streaming. And it's like, I don't know why people don't want to stream their content, man. Like, if you good at something, like, even our manager hit a little copyright, he play Call of Duty, and he was trying to tell him, like, man, you better start streaming that shit, because you never know. You never know who may watch you, man. And it could take you to a whole nother level. Like, streaming is it. Especially if you, on the right platform, doing it. And Twitch is like it, especially for gaming. That's the #1 streaming platform on the planet. I like to do that shit consistent every day after work. About 7, 8 years, I was bumping. That's how I got hooked on live mixtape. I used to come in doing this shit right here, overtime, whatever, all day, and I hit my little sketch. That's when it was, when social media was percolating. It wasn't here yet like that. But we still hear MySpace and Black Planet. He was just trying to integrate it into, with the internet, which was the internet really didn't take off until like 2007. It was still brand new to everybody, right? So I caught on to it, quickly, because as you know, I was doing the music, and I had to change up what I was doing because, like, they started to phase out, like, the press kit. So after Tower Records down here closed down, and then what was the other one we used to go to at Evergreen Plaza? I forgot the name of it. We just when we physically go pick up the CD. Then we had I think Coop Records or something, whatever, all over there on 87th, and I forgot the name of the shop. But y'all know what I'm talking about, man. But when streaming came in and it phased out all that stuff, man. So everybody that hit those loads of CDs and in their crib and their warehouses, they couldn't get that shit off because now it was the digital had took over. So you had all that inventory, you couldn't sell it. And mechanical royalties, the mechanical royalties started coming in, and just pretty much just changed everything as far as like for independent artists and the major labels or major artists on these labels. And it pretty much phased out radio. That's what happened. When streaming came about. And that's what's going on now, still. Or even though they got radio play, it's nothing like the streaming, man. Streaming, I can't even stress it no more than what I'm saying. How big it is, man. It's so big. And, video is probably the most immaculate thing right now because you can be on any medium, like Facebook. They really tried to launch it with Facebook, but YouTube really took it though, because they global. It's a global entity. They got a whole lot of people involved with that. Same thing like how I'm doing the ride share, with Uber. It's everywhere. And with the ride share, like I was talking to this young couple, I took them way out to Indiana. That was like my last ride. That was like probably 3 nights ago. And one of their homies was out there like slumped up in his car or whatever. And the police, they got behind him and shit. So, I don't know how he didn't get arrested because I'm pretty sure he was high on something or whatever. Anyway, he called his boy. I don't know how he called his boy, or they reached out to him because he wasn't cognizant to talk like that, right? So they reached out to him. Yeah, I picked them up from down here. What I picked them up from? I picked them up like way like low down here, like around this area, like downtown somewhere or something like that. It was over there by Canal or something like that. It was a Lyft ride, and I was surprised because that was the first Lyft ride I really did. It was a journey like that, and it was like around 3:30, going on 4 o'clock in the morning. And I normally don't go past that time, but it was a $37 trip. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me go and take this ride. Plus, I'm brand new on Lyft, so I'm trying to get my little requirements and my tier or whatever, on that, so I can, make more money, right? So we riding out there, we talking and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They younger and stuff, and they into their little, whatever. I know what they into and stuff, and we just talking and shit, and ooh, this and that type of stuff, and they told me about the situation and stuff, and how they was going out there to, get the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, and drive his homie back to the crib. Or I don't know if they arrested his homie or whatever, but they was going to get the vehicle. That was the whole point. And then, I ended up getting there like around like 5 something, and came back before rush hour. And luckily I was off that day too, the next day, so I didn't really have to worry about getting to work because I done pulled like 5 o'clock was, like 3 or 4 times. Matter of fact, what time I come in last night? I think I came in last night. I think I came in at what? I think it was like close to 3. No, I came in a little bit earlier. I did come in a little bit earlier yesterday. It was like 4 o'clock, 3:30 or something like that. Yeah, it was like 3:15 or something like that. And because I want to, really lay down for this shit here because I'm doing overtime tonight. Okay, to 2. But anyway, they told me the story and stuff, and then I got to talking to them, trying to counsel them and stuff, and cause my daughter age and stuff, they young and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, they would give me their feedback on stuff, and et cetera, ooh, this and that type and everything, and but yeah, that was an experience. But now let's get to the main story, and that was last night. Now y'all know I'm Chi-Town, right? Southside Chi-Go. Come on, man, stand up, okay? You got a real one in here now, boy. I'm talking about, man, I'm from the cloth of the Kanye, Commons, Round Fest. I'm talking about the greats, man. Throw a little Dirk in that too. Who else? No ID. I'm talking about, some real greats that then came. And we'll throw LBG Duck in there because he did break through. That had crossed the threshold. And shot at me with a paint gun and stole my phone. The south side, we talking about the south side now. We ain't talking about the west side. The south side, in my opinion, still it's not like how it used to be. Because back then, if you was a D-boy, if you was selling dope or something, you was G'd up. It wasn't no way you was looking like a bum. You know what I'm saying? You serving or whatever. Hell no. So the west side is a little different. You know, they stick it to the cloth. You know, basically how it was back in the 90s. That's why they probably going through a lot of shit now, like how they going through now, because they're too flashy. You know what I'm saying? Like when the old boy got killed over there on the west side, what was that on Madison or something? Because they too flashy. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that was, my cousin bagging them. They kind of upper echelon because they with New York like that. You know, Dipset been over there. All these different acts been over there and stuff. And then they got the show that came out. Empire came out over there. You know, they got Wood Harris. He back over there. President Dion Cole and stuff. So it's like they got the stars, right? That's Hollywood over there. So it's a little bit different over there. The kind of swag is different. Every time we used to go out there, you know what I'm saying? We from the south side, man. And, my cousin Shake back, little brother Franco. We from the Wild Hunters, and my cousin, we stick it to like the still principles and stuff of street shit, like you know what I'm saying, awareness and where you at and your surroundings, because you can't be too G'd up and thinking the motherfucker ain't finna try to get you or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we used to roll and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when back in the '90s when destruction was really here like that, I used to wear a herringbone. I had like my herringbone cost about like 1,000, right? And then I had like a little charm. It was like a Nike charm and shit. And it had Onyx in it. That was about like 300-400. But that's how I used to roll and stuff. And I seen many ass whoopings. I'm telling y'all, boy. Wendell Phillips, like one of my little homies. He wasn't from the area like that, but he was GD and shit. And he was coming to school. I seen him get his ass whooped right there on 40th in Indiana. We was just getting off the train station. I'm talking about they whooped that nigga from the platform all the way down the stairs, and took his chain and everything. I'll never forget that. I was like, damn, like, mind you, we was around the around 43rd over there. We was getting off on Indiana, and back then they had a building that we used to call what was the name of that building? 4120. And that was where, back then we used to call them hooks and shit, because they was on the 5-point star. And, we down there at Phillips on 39th Street. It wasn't nothing but GD, it wasn't nothing but the folks down there. You had the Stateway, you had Icky's, the Robert Taylors, you had the Dare Home, Newtown, Planet Rock, Wentworth Garden, where we was from, that's Murder Town. And, it was nothing but GDs on 39th Street. So anything else, new 4120, they had 5-point star over there, but they knew what was up with 39th Street. And it's still like that today. That's why they be mobbed out so deep, like when Phillips do their reunions and stuff, like at High Park, that's all 39th Street. They come out from the projects they used to be down there, and all my homies and shit, they be out there. I missed all the reunions because I've been here working and shit. You know, I was no way I couldn't call out. I was going through a lot of hardship. I wasn't gonna go to no reunion. They know where I'm at. Everybody know where I'm at. You know, but anyway, that's how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? And we was stuck to the same principles under that structure. Like, if you weren't plugged or nothing like that, and if people didn't know you, you know you was associated because because we was around that gang like that. You know, so you was affiliated. Period. So it's like if you over here with the folks, you a GD. If you over there with the lords, you a lord. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't really go nowhere. Like, we couldn't go across the tracks or something like that, especially if we was out there in the hundreds. You know, my cousins from Morgan Park, they hit Ragtown, was the vibe over there. We couldn't go across the tracks. You know what I'm saying? We had to stay over there. All I'm saying. But it was real back then, man. You know, it was a different time zone. But under that structure, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to, talk about how the time is now. And it's like we still under that principle a little bit as far as not G'd up like that. And if you was really plugged, you know what I'm saying? And, that was it. But the west side is totally different. But anyway, let's get to the story now. Now, I picked the shorty up from, what was the club? I'm in Boys Town yesterday, like that's Old Town or whatever y'all want to call it. Now, we over there on Franklin or whatever. I picked the guy up. Now, it's kind of ironic, too, to me, that it be a lot of guys trying to order Ubers and shit. I'm like, where all the females? I would think females, because that's what I was thinking, like, especially with the Lyft, a lot of females, but as of lately, since I started picking up like a few female passengers, all I've been getting was dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all niggas ain't got no car? Like, cause back then, it's like, come on, man. And I never could go, I never could, function with a female if I didn't have no car. I'm talking about, it's like, I can't see myself getting on a bus with a female, man. For real, like, if I'm trying to holler at her and stuff like that, I can't get on no damn bus. I'll never forget that, like, one of my childhood friends, we was over there on 69th and Wood, and she was like, we was talking about the situation and stuff, because my car had broke down for a minute, I was at her ass, I was trying to get her, right? And she was like, I can't get on the same thing, I can't holler at somebody's getting on the same thing as me. And that always played in my head, like, basically she's saying, I can't fuck with no broke ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You getting on the bus and shit, we both on the bus together and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said, I can't get on the same thing. I can't mess with somebody that's getting on the same thing as me. So, basically. So that just stuck in my head, man. I just think about that every time. I think, even when I was trying to holler at somebody or talk to somebody, even when I was, just approaching SJ, I didn't have a car like that. But she reluctant and stuff, and, and like I said, we had a principal and stuff, like on the south side and all that. But that's how I carried myself. I couldn't holler at no female if I'm on the bus, because I can't do nothing with it. Come on. Even with the Uber and stuff, like, it was kind of funny to me and my lady in the Uber and another nigga driving us. I could see if I was, I owned the vehicle and that was my, driver. But if I don't have no car, I feel real funny. Like, I can't do nothing with the person and shit like how I want to. We can't even blast off and just go like here, there. That's just bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me. So I be feeling like a lot of these females that make these songs, like Lotto made that song called Brokey and stuff. Then you had TLC making Scrub. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I never fed in that category because I kept it with. I kept me a car, like, just for that purpose. Because we in Chi-Town, a lot of females walking, they pushing. You know what I'm saying? They pushing their motherfucking boots and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the same thing I can say to them. Like, I can't really holler at no female. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with no, like my uncle, best to help to my Uncle Obi. He was like, I ain't fucking with no more broke ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? My Uncle Owen was a mother. He was like, I ain't fucking with no more brothers at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got your shit together at a certain age, like, I'm not gonna fuck with your ass. Shit. Look, you know what I'm saying? I'm on equity now. I got fucking paper assets. Look, I look like my homie's rich, like a man. I don't know. Everybody I fuck with got damn near close to $1 million this shit. But you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You begging me for money all the time. So like, I can't fuck with your broke ass. You know what I'm saying? You breaking me down. That's why SJ, she with me. So I'm taking care of her. I'm providing. So that's different. That's like my wife type shit. So like, you know, I don't mind giving her the money and shit like that. You know. And that's it. But anyway, I'm just talking about the principle of the South Side. Now, last night, me being a smart nigga, being from the street like that, shit, I go South Side. Alright? You don't get caught slipping like that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of peeped it. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I wasn't trying to come back this way like that because I don't fuck with downtown. Because when they do the Lyft or the Uber, they take you way the fuck out. You just gotta have common sense, like, because a lot of these people they not from down here, so they come to party down here, right? They don't live down here. And Miss Webster used to put me up there. Why you gonna come party down here and you don't live down here? Shit. So I was thinking about that. So I was like, only way I came down here because I was in Lincoln Park or somewhere, and the ride brought me down. That's what it do. When you start riding, it start bringing you, and then get them good hits like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you accept them. It's like that's what I like about Uber. It don't let you know where you really going like that until you accept it, and then you get there and it's like, you're like, damn. But anyway, now I picked this dude up on Franklin. I seen how they was mobbing over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stay away from certain spots down here, like over on Clark Street, the S2 Grill. They want to pat you down just to get some food. I'm like, nah, nigga, you ain't gonna pat me down for no damn food, dog. Like, hell no, I gotta wait 40 minutes. Y'all need to cook this shit. It's like a bar club. They got people standing outside, and I'm just delivering them. You know, when I was doing the Uber Eats, that's why nobody would go over there and pick it up, because you gotta get patted down by a big ass nigga for some damn food. I'm like, nah, dog, that's too much, man. You feel me? So anyway, now I peeped the whole play, right? Shorty ordered I dropped off this female, right? She was a colorist or whatever. That's what she said. She was a colorist. I accepted the ride. It was like $5 hollers, right? They kept alerting me. I'm like, all right, let me pick them up. And I'm trying to get my tier level up because they, changed it when I got activated for the passenger with Uber X. I was a diamond level with Uber Eats. That's the highest you can go. So when I got activated with Uber X, they changed it. So I gotta work my way back up to, it's a higher, like a requirement now, just to get to a gold level. I know when I get to a gold, it's gonna be unbelievable. I'm picking people up, shit. Now, I took the $5 holiday. It was like close to like 2 o'clock. I was gonna stop because that's my cutoff time, really 2, 3. Like I get home and do my little thing. The babies, they still love my lady and all that shit. Now, I took that ride after I dropped her off. It was a colors that worked for like one of these network TV shows or something, and she was telling me about it and etc. Now, we downtown still. So the next stop, he was bent around the corner. I'm like, okay, I done been to this club area over here before. It's right off the expressway. You know what I'm saying? So, but every time I would go over there, I would pick up a female or a guy and his girl or friend or whatever. Now, you gotta pay attention now because these niggas be studying. They be, they hate. Like I said, Chicago, they envy and they hate. You know what I'm saying? They see hit routes like that all the time. Niggas start paying attention and shit. So I peep in the scene. Wow. Now, I seen how they mob and stuff. It was like 4 niggas was gonna get in the car, but one of them only got in the car. Now I dropped it like he was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just blast him like that. But you know what I'm talking about. He one of them boys. You know what I'm saying? You know, he funny as, you know, all that bullshit. Now, I dropped his ass off over there on Ashley. He was talking on the phone and shit. He was setting up the play and shit, right? So, it was like, the next Uber order came in, it was like $9, $10. I wasn't gonna take because I know I'm on the west side now. And I done had like 4 experiences already on the west side. You know, them niggas kind of hostile and shit because one of the lords got killed, right? So I was being cognizant of that. So I took it. I was like, man, I'm going to take this ride. Like I said, I'm trying to get my 10 level up. Now, I took the ride. I've been in the block. I'm seeing like, oh, okay, we going to the sticks now. You know what I'm saying? Then when I get over to the area and stuff, CPD, because they know, like I said, they can follow you with the ride shit. They already know who riding. Now, they probably got this shit like in their little database. They can see who doing ride shit and all that without the logos and all that. They probably can see us moving around type shit. But they always around. The police are always around. Wherever I go, they everywhere. But if you want them to follow you, got to indicate that on your ride. If you feel like something funny, all you got to do is press a button. The police will be right behind you with, you know, whoever you got or food or whatever. Now, I pull up at the spot, and the address was kind of funny. And then it didn't look like it was a place where somebody was living. So I'm like, all right, let me stretch it a little bit. I went like probably like 100 feet down from where the spot is, right? Police just pulled up. They was in like a yard, pulled right up. They was right there waiting and shit. They was looking at me because they knew like I knew. You know, my spidey senses was like, man, this ain't kind of right, Joe. Like, so I waited for like a couple more minutes because the person that come out, I'm hitting them on the what's name jacket shit. Like, man, dog, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna call nobody, nothing like that, because it was somebody else that ordered the Uber for the passenger, right? They use females too, right? A lot. Cause I picked this one cat up. I know he was carrying some weight, dog, from the west side all the way back to the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? He ordered through her though, and she was looking kind of spooked and shit when I picked him up. Now, I'm sitting there waiting a couple more minutes now. You know, I'm hitting him on the jack like, man, I'm right here, like, you know. And he's like, okay, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Now, this supposed to be one person. I'm looking in the rear view, like I said, I'm 100 feet away from him, because I ain't stupid. You ain't finna come out the door airing me out and that shit. And the police right there. So I'm close to them. So I'm gonna take off regardless. Shit. And I seen them coming out in rear view. It was like 4 niggas in some black hoodies. I'm like, I instantly just said, I'm gone. I took off. So they started throwing their hands up the same way they did when they stole my phone and they shot at me with a paint gun and watched the park. They did like that and I looked back. But I knew what time it was. No, you ain't finna bust at me. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I took off. They hit me on the jack like, you like, why you pull off? I didn't even respond back because like I'm on the clock working for Uber. They could say anything. I could probably start saying like, no, I see young niggas out there like y'all. It's a 4-door sedan. I'm the driver. How 4 niggas finna get in the damn car? Now I done had passengers. I done had like what 2 or 3 people. 2 in the back, or I probably had like 4 people, but you know, with like a guy with 3 females or something, you know, they smaller than dude. But I'm like, hell no, you know what I'm saying? And they had hoodies too, like, I was gone. And he was like, cancel. I had already canceled the trip, but I wasn't stupid though. And it's like, that was my experience. That's the west side, so it's like, y'all riding out there, man, y'all be careful, man, because they on some bullshit right now. It's getting cold outside too. Them niggas would have jacked me. They would have took my shit and probably would have shot my ass. I'm telling you, I already knew the play. I called my cousin. My cousin hit me. I had called them like, man, dog, on the west side, same thing like I had told him when I was over there and I had delivered. What had happened that night? Oh, the shorty at my job, man, she had hit me. I was off that day. and I let her ride with me, and we rode over there like around with my cousin of Garfield. They be over there, and we went. It was like she was getting her nails done or something, right? Because she had just hit me up like, man, can you come pick me up? And she was way on the west side. I'm like, all right. So I know the area, you know, I know the lords be around there and stuff. So I'm like, you know, the white folks and the travelers be around there. So I'm like, all right, I'll come over there. So I came over there, I posted up and shit. Niggas by the store and stuff, they trying to identify the car and shit. I started bumping psychodrama and all, you know, west side shit. I'm chilling, but she taking too damn long. Now niggas starting to get active over there. You know what I'm saying? They coming around and stuff, they looking at the car and stuff, and, you know, they hearing the sound and stuff, so they kind of know, you know, I'm kind of, they know I'm kind of like, you know, like familiar and stuff with the area. You know what I'm saying? So, this dude, after I waited for about like 50 minutes, I'm hitting her like, man, what the hell are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, what you doing? She was like, I'm getting my nails done. Taking that damn long to get your nails done. I called you. You know, you called me a long time ago. I picked you up and then I brought you over there. Like, well, I didn't pick her up. I waited. I went over there to where she was at. But anyway, a dude came over there hollering and screaming and shit. And there was another nigga, he had his black gloves on and shit. And I knew what time that was and shit. He started screaming. He started running around the cars and stuff. And he was over there by my car. He was like, he got a gun. He got a gun. He was like, call the police. He was like, call the police. And he kept chasing the nigga around. It's like they was trying to stop him. He was like, no, I'm gonna lay his ass down right here. Ooh, I'm like, so I hear my cousin on the jack. I should have called my cousin back because, you know, they low as they more. I called his brother though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I said, man, dog, like, I'm out here out west of shit, Joe, over here by the park. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know, just in case some shit happens, niggas over here, they acting up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they about to start shooting by the car, dog. You like, where you at? I was like, man, I'm such, I'm waiting for my little coworker and shit, such. So she got down, I had to test her, like, man, you got me coming over here on the west side and shit. I don't know, niggas, you know, we over here on the block and the niggas just got killed and shit. Like, you can't be doing that type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't even know, like, half the time, females don't be knowing what's going on. But, you know, we be alert, you know what I'm saying? But that was like the second incident besides when I dropped off this food. It's like every time I went out west, it was an issue with the Uber Eats or me dropping off somebody. Like I said that last night, like them niggas, they was some jackets and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, And my homie Ewan, he stay out there, and he tell me all the time shit that gonna be popping up. I mean, on the news, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? You know, he street relating me to shit, let me know, like, man, what time it is out west, like, you know, so just to give me a heads up, you know, if I'm traveling and shit, like, so he be spilling the tea and like letting me know what's going on and stuff. Man, Martin, like, such, right up, such, woo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, you know, now that I'm riding there, doing this shit, so I know what to avoid. That's like they were saying, Hood Lady was talking about, if y'all watching the video, you got to check in, because they made Finesse 2 times check in when he went to, I think he came to Chicago. They made him check in. I think it was Chicago or somewhere, and he was spazzing. No, he wasn't in Chicago. He wasn't in Chicago. He was somewhere else. But they made him check in. He kind of, because he a vice lord, Finesse 2 times. And he kind of got it you know, out of his body and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he had security, but he still shouldn't have did that. He should just follow protocol, because he know what's up, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord explained that, Hood related, because he a vice lord on here on YouTube. He explained that, like, you know, even if you just coming around and, you know, you good like that, you good and shit, everything, but still, you know, sometimes there be shit going on that you don't know about. Like, how my homie Ewan be letting me know, like, they be born, it's a war and shit. Just give me a heads up so I won't ride through no areas. Even if I do go out west, every time we used to go out there, we used to hit my cousin bag and shit, like, we coming out there. You know what I'm saying? So he would like let us know where to come to. But we go to the Harrison Courts, we be right there. You know, when they had the Jets over there. keep us in a safe spot so we won't get caught up in no bullshit that they may be in, right? It make a lot of sense to check in, you know what I'm saying? So, and now I'm doing ride share. I can't check in. That's why I avoid them areas. That's why I really avoid the south side like that when you deliver food and people. Because I know the area, especially over here, I know what's going on over here. And I'm learning what's happening out there because they got a lot of shit going on. Somebody got killed. So, there's still a lot of tension and shit going on. So, yeah, there's going to be some busting going on for a minute. It ain't really happening over here yet because it's kind of quiet and peaceful over here, right now. But, as we start getting to the colder times, like, I already know, I be advising people. I told my cousin, like, even though he plugged his GD and shit from the hundreds, when he came to my crib, I had to let him know, like, what was going on. Like, no, it ain't like that. Everybody, like, no, cuz these niggas over here kind of off the rocket, bro. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get fucked, you know what I'm saying? They ain't on nothing, type stuff. So I had to let him know. He got kind of salty and shit. He left, but he know where I was coming from. I was just looking out for him, making sure he was good. And, he was bringing no shit back to the crib just because you trying to fraternize, you know what I'm saying, with niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Meaning, because I don't know the lingo, like shit. I got some weed and shit I can sell you if you need it. Fraternize, you know what I'm saying? Not politicking, because politicking, I mean, you setting up shop on a block, all types of stuff. But anyway, that was my experience yesterday doing riding shit. Like, every night I do this. Every night I get off, I'm riding, so, like, I don't care, like, what time it is. Like, tonight, if she let us out at 12, I'm doing it till about 3. When she let us out of here, like, last week at 2, I did it till 5. Because I can come in earlier. But now, they got this little race over here, so I got to lay my ass down after the fact. But I still try to earn at least $50, if that. Because like I said, I'm on an investment plan. I'm very serious about it, man. This is a great opportunity. I would highly suggest anybody that's got a car, especially in Chicago, get down. Okay? Figure out your zones and, where you at with it. But I highly suggest up north, some western suburbs sometimes, but primarily up north. Okay, that's where it's happening at, because that's where all the money at, downtown. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Avoid a lot of bullshit and everything. So far since I've been doing it, I've made about close to 7,000 in about a month and a half of doing it. So next year, like I said, when I do every day, and my tier level should be a little higher with both, everything I'm doing, Uber X, Uber Eats, Lyft, or whatever. I should be making about $200-300 a day, easy. Like my cousin, he elite right now on Lyft. So he make about $300 a day. So I calculated from day one, January, all the way to the end, I should make about $107,000 doing ride share. Or maybe more, because people tip. I done had a lot of monetary tips. Like this girl gave me, I had took her to a weed place, a weed shop in Evanston. I didn't know she was going there. I said, Uber don't let you know where you at, like where you going, or what type of business and all that type of stuff. I took her to a weed spot, a dispensary. That was the first person that got my car. I had some, now if I vlog this shit every day, if I had like a dash cam and the conversation on the head and the people on the head, I'm gonna pick a celebrity up. I know I'm gonna pick a celebrity up because I know how I drive, and it's like your tier level, like I said, once you get to these different tiers, you get better rides. They put you in the better areas, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the best area right now, Lincoln Park, starting right there, because that's where the money is. And then it just filter you out. And if you got a level, they're gonna keep you in those areas where people got money. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. I done been to mansions. I done been to 3 mansions. I showed y'all the Castle Mansion. That was the most impressive thing I have ever seen in my life since I done been People live like that in Illinois. Yeah. I done seen some amazing, I done been to apartment places, complexes, and you be like, damn, I can live in this type shit. Yeah, if you doing this too, yeah. This Uber shit, this ride shit, level your game up. You can understand a whole bunch of different type of condos. Just give me a different perspective, like, because I'm looking for places to live anyway, right? And I'm just touring right now with the Uber Eats. That's face to face. I get a chance to walk into a place, see how it is. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, damn, see the neighborhood. My auntie always told me, like, when you about to move in a new area, make sure you know where the local fire department is. Go to the police station and stuff. So you're used to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit's important. Especially if you got children. You want your children to be safe, and then you and others that may visit you in those areas. I like Glenview. Glenview is tight. Nice little small little area, not too far from the city. You know what I'm saying? The houses are pretty cool. Oak Brook is a little far out there, but they got some nice ass cribs. I'm pretty sure they got some good ass people. Cause I'm looking at something different now. I want my kids to go to a good high school. I want the high school like when I played basketball, like New Trier. You know what I'm saying? They got good facility, training facility for the athletes, and they got a big ass gymnasium. Then they got a nice little football field and all that. That shit matter, man. Like, to me, like, it excels a person, like when they those type of environment. And we never had that because we from the low end. They just made a state of the art gym for us down at Phillips. It's still nothing like how Simeon and all the elite programs in the city with the young, you know what I'm saying? Places that got real, like they got money, but and their facilities are real. I'm thinking about all that because I want my kids to go, my little kids, if they in the city, to go to them type of places, man. You know what I'm saying? What was another one? But you got people that got money and stuff, Kenwood, places like that. I gotta start up, y'all. Want to let y'all know about ride sharing and about Lyft. My fourth day was doing Lyft yesterday. And I really did a lot of Uber X yesterday because they kept popping up, And tonight, I know it's gonna be over by the time I get out of here. The Cubs, they playing in Wrigley, but they still have their little scragglers out there. They be drunk and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I picked this lady up yesterday at Allstate Arena. I'm talking about, she was drunk as hell, man. Like, and her husband, I'm talking about, she fine as hell. This an older lady, like in her 60s, like. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, he left you like that? And she was like, yeah, he left me and shit. She was mad as hell. Like, he jumped in the car with his buddies and stuff and took off because he got tired of waiting, for the Uber. And the police wouldn't let us go into Allstate Arena, you know what I'm saying, to pick up people. They made us wait by Target. I went to the Target, so I had to tell her, like, I'm at Target. She's so drunk. She like, I don't know where Target at. It was right across the street. I'm over here raising canes. So I'm like, okay. I put in GPS after waiting for like 20 minutes. I'm thinking she's walking over to Target. I go over there and get her and stuff. We way out there by Allstate Arena on Manhattan Road, right? So I pick her up and stuff, and then we go way far, 294, south. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, I know she was pissed off, and she probably went to her dip crib or something. Because the address that I was supposed to drop her off at, she was like, no, go past her. She was like, no, because she didn't want to argue with her. I know she probably didn't want to argue with her husband, for leaving her and shit. He probably was drunk too. So she was like, no, you take me right here. She said, go past that, go to Shimmer or something. That's where the road was, Shimmer Road. And she just jumped out, right? She just dropped me right here. I'm good. Went to a little dip out or something. You know what I'm talking about? She looked good as hell. I know she was going in the crib like, Anyway, that was my ride share experience on Lyft. About a month and a half, going 2 months doing this Uber. Now I'm doing Lyft. So it's going to just the first episode. Well, the first episode I showed y'all. I'm gonna start vlogging it too. I'm gonna get a dash cam. I'm gonna show y'all this shit, man. I done had some really good experiences, and the people that get in your car, man, you be like, damn. I done had some pretty incredible people that got in the car. Like this one cat, he was talking about, he fucking around to give me $500,000. I was like, for real, like, I was telling him what I'm doing and shit. He was like, he said, I like that type of thing you talking about. He was younger than me, 26-year-old boy, my daughter age. He was like, yeah, I like you talking about. I dropped him at a hotel, like a motel out there, way out there somewhere. And he was like, I ain't getting y'all location. But he was like, I like how you talking and everything, man. And such and such, he said, ooh, type person. Well, he said he's into sales and all that type. I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, yeah, he said, you type person, man, I'll help, woo this and that type stuff. And he said, let's give you $500,000. Hey, man, I got Zelle, Cash App, hobby. Shit, I take cash, brother, I need that stuff. I done ran into like 2, 3, 4 people. I had this real corporate guy in my car that I picked up. He was drunk that night. And his story was like, when he got in the car, I picked him up over there around Lincoln Park. And he was like, man, he said, my buddy, man, he came back in town like after 15 years. And he said, I think he was kind of showing off. I was like, huh? He was showing off? Like, he was like, yeah, so he was a beautiful wife and stuff. And such and such a rule, this and that. He ordered me the biggest steak I ever had, since I ever had like in 15 years. And, showed me a good time. It's like, we got the chat and stuff talking about the market. And I think he was like, one of them, he was like one of them brokers or something. Had to be. When I got to his crib was like on a hill. One time, this shit was like on sticks. Like, and I had never seen nothing like that. I was like, damn, they got this type of shit everywhere too. Like, okay. So I forget where I dropped them at, but it was dark as hell. And it's like, it'd be dark out there. I'd be like, how these people living and they ain't got no damn street lights? But I had picked up a couple days ago when the Cubs won the first game of that series or second game or whatever against Milwaukee. I picked them up right there across the street from the stadium, right? And I took them way far. I took this dude to his car. Because that's how these people are. They got so much damn money. They don't want people to know where they live. And me being experienced like that, a driver, I get out there to that area. Now, I used to live in like Deerfield, Highland Park, because my father was in the Army. And Fort Sheridan, they had the Army base before they closed it down after he did his 4 years. And they turned it into condominiums. But I knew the area that we was in. We was in Deerfield. And that's why they call it Deerfield. So I'm like, okay, so when we got on the strip, ain't no light. So I'm turning my high beams on and shit so I can see the signs. And I seen that little deer. I was like, oh shit. We finna hit a deer. You know what I'm saying? I'm bending. I'm trying to hurry to get their ass there because it was like 3-something, well, close to 2-something. I'm trying to get back to the city and see if I can pick up another motherfucker. So I'm riding. He was impressed by my driving. I'm talking about, dude, like, you really can drive. I'm like, yeah, I was driving that motherfucker, boy. You know what I'm saying? And after I should have vlogged this shit. I'm gonna start vlogging for y'all so y'all can see this shit. Where I'll be going and the stuff I'll be experiencing. But when I got there, dropped them off at the car and stuff. I came back. I put in my GPS. I always put the route in, like my address, so I can get back on. Once I get to the conjunction, that's all I need to know is where the conjunction is, so I can get back to the crib or get back to where I'm going down here, so I can start doing my little nicking here. So I'm coming back. I knew I was gonna see a deer. I was thinking about. I was talking to myself, rapping. I was like, man, I'm about to see a deer. And if you hit one of them damn wildlife like that, you gotta take that motherfucker to the crib. You know what I'm saying? They dart out in front of your car. You know what I'm saying? You run their ass over. State law, you gotta take that motherfucker home. But anyway, I'm riding slow, bumping. They all bumping Cap 1. And I'm looking. I'm riding slow because I knew I was gonna see a deer. I had already seen the sign and stuff, and they was drunk and stuff. I think they kind of wanted me to hit a deer. That's why I slowed down. So when I seen that sign, I was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna run like too far like that. You know what I'm saying? I know one of them damn things. Somebody probably get them little things they pets and let them outside and shit. And I hit with them motherfuckers, fuck up my front end and shit. So on the way back, I'm trying to get out. Riding, slow as hell. Sure enough, I swear to God, I had the high beams on, but I really didn't see this motherfucker like that until I got close and I was going past him. And he was still like a motherfucker. He was over there grazing and shit, eating the grass. I'm talking about he was so close to the highway, like the strip. He could just easily, like, soon as you seen them high beams, he could have just took off. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't like that. You know, it frees them too. You know what I'm saying? But he was just chilling. I know he was like probably left out totally like a family pet or something. Because if he was a wild, he would have darted down the damn street. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, they go a fucking deer. You know what I'm saying? Like a young buck too. He had one, the one with the, you know what I'm saying? Cause I think they killed him. You know what I'm saying? The big ones. You know what I'm saying? But he was a little bucky shit. You know what I'm saying? Seen a little antlers on his head and shit. I knew him. So I was like, okay. So I was taking it slow, and I was like, damn, that motherfucker did. That's why I was taking it easy until I got back to the conjunction. Once I got on the E, I was gone. But yeah, I gotta start my little relief again. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Post notification bell button, man. We doing this ride sharing sidebar. I'm trying to finish this record up, man, but this money is so damn good right now, man. It's like it's unbelievable. You know, we hadn't halted that project, but you know, plus it's still a lot of ambience outside. Now we starting to close the window because it is getting cold, but I still got to deal with my babies crying and shit, and my ladies, the fan blowing and shit. She like one of them types of sleep with the fan type shit. Just too much damn noise, so I can't be record. I got 4 songs left to record, and it was like that one time when I was recording my Hefe 2 record. I was thinking that was 2018, I think, before COVID. And my neighbors next door, they would keep playing. They kept their music loud. She kept her party, her friends, they loud and singing songs and shit. They drunk. I couldn't finish the damn project, man. But I finished that project. It took about damn 4 months to finish, cause they wouldn't be quiet. I was like, damn, like it was winter time. Cause I know the time to record, cause I've been over there a long time. But that was that period. It's like that right now. I gotta deal with my little shorty, my son, still be sounding off and shit. So it's gonna be a while, y'all. But anyway, yeah. After I get done, I'm gonna start doing some music videos and stuff like that. It's going down. If I can do that, they can make as much noise they want to with the video. But they ain't gonna be able to hear shit because I got the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? But unless you watch the documentary, behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, without music recording. But y'all see the process, you know what I'm saying? But this time, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. You know, I wasn't gonna start working on my teeth until after I got close enough to the crib money. Cause now that I'm doing this is fostering my stock market, my investment plan, and speeding it up fast as hell. I'm talking about buying the real shit every week now. I'm trying to do that every day. If I get my lady out of my pocket, I can buy every day the stocks that I need. I earn the money every night for the ones I'm trying to buy. The blue chips I'm trying to buy. Yeah. I don't have like the $200, $300, $400, $500 for those big ones like that. But the ones that's like NVIDIA is the #1 company, it's like $190 right now. I could pop that one off every day. But my lady got her hand out. So I started doing that. I need $100. I need to give her about $1,000 in there 2-3 weeks. I don't know what she did. She got her hair done twice. They ain't bought no clothes. Just spend that money like a motherfucker. I'm like, where is it going? Like, my cousins, like he asking for bread and shit, you know what I'm saying? I sponsor him and stuff because he's part of my little company. And I give my niece money. She the only one that's admirable, like, cause she spend money, but she just get, you know, she be smoking and stuff, but she, you know, she not, how can I put it, a consumer like that. You know, she don't spend money like that, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. You know, once I isolate her, you know, my lady, so I gotta start using work ones for her. Give her like $200 every week or something. So she'll be cool. So she won't mess with my investment money, because that's what this is. The ride share, that's all investment money right there. And it's like I said, from day one next year, all the way until the end, I should earn about $200 or $300 every night. And it's like I'll be ready for the start. So I gotta go do my break. But like I said, I earn $100,000. 10-4, copy that. I earn about 100 grand doing this shit. And I put that shit the right place. I put that shit the right place. My projection, like probably before 2030, I'll be a millionaire. Easy. And it'll be all to Uber Eats, Uber, and this. Because they sped up my process, you know what I'm saying? The music slow, YouTube slow, payout. Work is kind of slow, but this shit right here, I can't even express it. You know, it's the best thing I've ever done. The only thing I'm gonna do is just file my taxes. Make sure I file my taxes. That's why I'm not gonna spend that bread that I put in there. You know, I'm gonna let it stay in there. I'm gonna when it get close to the end of the year, I'm gonna cash it out. And I'm gonna be ready for the tax period. So I go in there with, I earned 100 grand doing Uber for all that ride shit. They be like, you gotta pay 30,000 because I'm in a luxury town now. You know what I'm saying? I got it right off because my kids, but still I have to pay some money. You know, so I'm like, okay, if they want 30 grand, they got it. And I keep the 70 or 80,000. Rap. I'm millionaire. Yep, anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, make sure I should come subscribe. I'll drop this video. Post notification bell button if you new. See y'all in the next one. Yeah.